Can't deny, though, they have the best two managers. One of
these two, Torrey, and this is a great matchup.
Oh, yeah, managerially.
Managerially, right.
Yeah, Torrey and La Russa is a great matchup.
Absolutely.
For the Rockies, we have Charlie Manuel and Jim Tracy.
Yeah, probably the worst managerial.
Yeah, I wouldn't be. Well, Grady Little's name isn't in there, so
I'm just talking the matchup in the playoffs.
Yeah,
because Terry Francona and Mike Sosa's a good matchup too.
It is.
The managers, both of them.
My favorite manager in the American League is Ron Gardenhire from the Twins. He works some magic. Yeah. That's just impressive.
5 playoff appearances with that payroll.
There was also a good manager though, Leland. He's not bad.
Leland's got to prove something to me. I don't know. He won the World Series with the Marlins, and then they sold the whole team off. But
John, how much time do we have? We have like 2 minutes. We have 10 minutes left.
Wow.
Oh wow. Time goes slow when you're not talking much. The Tigers are an interesting story because we know the Twins went out and beat them, but there was a lot of behind-the-scenes issues that happened, the past week, and that's number one starts at Miguel Cabrera. A lot of shots are being taken for that club right now.
Yeah. I like the Tigers. I think Tigers are a good club. I like Leland as a manager. I mean, they wanted him here in Boston. I think, Leland started off with those Pirates teams in the 90s with Barry Bonds and Bobby Bonilla and those guys, Andy Van Slyke and what have you. He did very well with those teams, retired, came back, won the World Series with the Marlins in 2003 with, basically they bought a World Series where they just brought in a bunch of old stars and Bobby Bonilla again. And
I will agree, though, that he does have to show some stuff.
I think he's got to show something.
No, I'm not going to lie, though. He's a pretty decent manager.
I would say, yeah, certainly if you're saying, of 30 some odd teams was it 30 or 32 teams in Major League Baseball? 30 teams in Major League Baseball. 30. If you split the top 15 and the lower 15 managers, certainly Leland's going to fall in the top 15. I mean, that makes sense. The last couple of years of the Tigers, he's brought them, if not to the playoffs, to the brink of the playoffs every single year. And though I think in some cases the Tigers, particularly their pitching, has underachieved.
Greatly.
Is that the manager's fault? Is that the pitchers aren't as good as we thought they were? I don't know the answer to that.
We can look at. Bonderman wasn't a starter; he was a reliever out because of his injury. Dontrell Willis, he got jumped off.
Bust.
Oh,
but is that Leland's fault that they dropped it? That they traded for a bust?
That would be Dombrowski, I believe his name is something like that.
Could be good on paper. But it all comes down to
Willis had been nothing. I think
Verlander is an excellent pitcher, but I think he's underachieved also.
Yep.
If you go who are the top pitchers in the league, you don't list Verlander, and you should.
Yeah, you should. Right. You should.
But again, is that Leland's fault, or is it the fact that Verlander isn't as good as we thought he was?
That's true. We also had Eric Wedge was fired from the Indians. Not surprised with that. And
he had his chances, but I mean,
he did.
They went to the American League Championship Series 2 years ago and have floundered ever since. He hasn't, and same talent, same guys.
Except Victor and Cliff.
Victor left now, and Cliff Lee left and all that. But but I mean, for last year in particular, and then the first half of this year, had the same guys. Wasn't able to pull it off. Makes 2007 look like a fluke rather than building.
It really does.
Yeah, right.
And I didn't think that was going to happen.
I didn't think it was either. He didn't have Sabathia this year because he went free agent. But even so. You kind of saw that coming with Eric Wedge.
You certainly did. Another one that was fired this week, J.P. Ricciardi from the Twins, from the Toronto.
Blue
I'm
Jays.
sorry.
Yeah.
That's an interesting move because we all know Roy Hallady's dangling over there to come take me. Be good to see if they have some kind of package to work out there.
It'd be interesting to see if they trade Halladay in the offseason or whether they try to go one. But he's got 1 year left in his contract, So if they're going to trade him, they're going to trade him this offseason.
Yep.
I think if they don't trade him in the offseason, they'll probably hold on to him for the 1 year.
Yep.
Or trade him at the trading deadline. But again, Ricciardi has brought in talent there, but hasn't been able to get it done. If you think of the list of guys that have been there, in Toronto, but the huge contracts he gave him, and it
Rios, Wells. Yep. Scott Rowland name is up there.
Vernon Wells is supposed to be the beginning and the end of all things, the next Willie Mays, and you never hear about him anymore.
Nope. So that just didn't work out there. So the postseason will continue to roll on. I guess it's till Wednesday, which is the Division Series, and then Friday or Saturday should start the championship series. Red Sox Yankees, we'll have to see. We have just a few more minutes left here. I know, just keep on going. But the Celtics opened up preseason camp. Not on a high note, I'll have to say.
I have a couple bones to pick. You guys might know what I'm going to start talking about.
Okay.
Rasheed Wallace with the technical foul in the preseason game. Give me a break.
It's going to be great to see who gets more technical fouls this year, Rasheed Wallace or Kendrick Perkins.
I have one thing to say to Sheed. Give me a break. Come on.
Yeah, he's watching you, so.
Yeah,
I'd love to see if he actually does watch some of these.
Hey, I think Rasheed Wallace watches RCTV, doesn't he?
I do. Absolutely.
Just give me a break, though. A
technical foul.
A preseason game face. Come on.
I know.
Come on.
It was the first preseason game.
Welcome to Boston.
Welcome to Boston.
But on the foot, I mean, I totally know where you're going with that. I totally agree with you.
You said the passive
end. I think the addition, and particularly of Rasheed Wallace, and
is great. But
great.
Just
I think it makes the Celtics the team to beat this year.
There's one thing. I'm going to keep going with Rasheed Wallace.
I should say.
He has to watch his temper.
But he's going to be a backup. He's not going to be a starter, which means he's not going to have as many minutes. He'll be the sixth man off the bench this year.
I look at this. If Mr. Nick came in, what was his name? He came in. Who was
Isaiah Thomas?
No. who was on the Knicks last year? We got him back. We got him. He's on the bench.
Oh.
What's his name?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
It's going to dawn on me. If we can control him, he was good friends with Garnett.
Yeah.
Oh, God. What is his name? It's on my... If we can control him, we should be able to control Rasheed Wallace.
Why am I drawing a blank?
I know, I'm drawing a blank on him. He was on the Knicks. He had that big contract. Stephon Marbury. Thank you.
It was with Minnesota.
Yeah, okay. If we can control him, hopefully we can control Rasheed Wallace. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, well, we'll see. But I think, Eastern Conference had some juggling this year. You have Shaquille O'Neal going to the Cavaliers. Also, Leon Poe going to the Cavaliers, which I'm kind of upset about.
Everybody's just going to the Cavaliers. They're just making that team.
They think that this is LeBron's chance in Cleveland to win, and so we'll see if that makes a difference. But I still, despite all that, in the Eastern Conference, the team to beat is the Celtics.
I would say so.
I really do. I think they are. They just added too much talent in this offseason, and so we'll see what happens. I mean, it's only the preseason. You never know what's going to happen. But assuming Garnett can be Garnett.
Which was the key. That was our key to the postseason. We missed him.
He said he started early, though, with his rehabilitation and everything like that. He said that he feels great. Obviously, that's what every single player. That's what every single player obviously says. But
very good news. So we'll have to see what happens there. We know the Bruins are going. We talked about them earlier, and I don't want to talk about them again because they're not doing well right now.
My only thought is Bruin fans. It's only 3 games.
I know.
They're 1-2.
I know.
Don't be jumping off the bridge yet.
I know.
I don't think many people are.
I was talking to Bruin fans today who are cashing in the season. I'm like, it's only 3 games, and the regular season doesn't mean anything in the NHL anyway.
Honestly, I think it counts after the trade deadline. For the NHL season.
Well, that's when you start talking about playoff seeding and all that.
I think that's when it actually really counts. You have to see the W's, not the L's.
I don't like what I've seen so far, but it's early. They don't have a score.
But you spent the whole time talking about that before, so we won't.
I haven't liked what I've seen either, especially the loss last night against the Ducks.
Quack. We have 1 minute left. I just want to say good luck to the Reading football team. They're playing tonight, and they have 3 home games in a row, which is good. Hopefully the town will be able to come out and support them, even in the rain. We'll be there.
Off to a good start this season.
We are off to a very good start. Reading just always have the good sports. Nothing's changing here. So for Rob McCarthy and Kevin Vendt, I am Nick Face. Happy birthday, Face the Facts.
Happy birthday, Face the Facts.
We will see you next time, hopefully with the Red Sox in the championship series. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.